middleweight fight now between Mike Mason and Stevie Allen here at OFC22. Milan Jordan, Ryan Kavanaugh with you. And Mike Mason, I tell you, it goes one way or the other for him. He's taken all of his losses. He's 3-4. 3 of his losses have been by submission, 1 by knockout. His wins, submission by verbal and a decision. Steve Allen, the Wild Boy, both of his wins by knockout, fighting out of Cambridge MMA. So it should be a tremendous performance here in the middleweight division.
OFC22 continues on, and we send it back inside the cage to Nick Hahn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the next fighter out of the red corner, Mike Mason.
Mike Mason. And here he comes. Once again, wearing the very familiar Grove City BJJ. 34 years old. You know, that record of 3-4, he's done it in a variety of ways. Milan, submission due to strikes, 1 submission due to verbal, and a decision. And of course, if he's anything like what we've seen from Grove City BJJ thus far, he's going to come in very well prepared and very well versed in all aspects.
Absolutely, and he feels very comfortable on the ground, and his record a little bit deceiving there, where 3 of his 4 losses have been by submission, but he's fought some really top-level grapplers as well there. So, and again, here tonight against Steve Allen, a guy who likes to throw punches. So, maybe now here tonight we'll see a huge advantage on the ground for Mike Mason here. Again, you mentioned submission win, a decision win, a verbal win as well. So he's not afraid. He's a guy who likes to take his time when he fights, or lets the fight kind of dictate itself. And as the fight goes on, he feels very more comfortable. He just waits for that very slight window to go in and lock in a submission. And that's what he's going to look to do here tonight.
Mike Mason enters the cage. We send it back inside to bring out his opponent, to Mr. Nick Hahn.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet his opponent out of the blue corner, Steve Allen.
Steve Allen from Cambridge, MMA, 20 years old. And we look at the tail of the tape to see how Allen and Mason match up.
Yeah, huge size advantage, at least, weight advantage for Mike Mason there. And again, being on the ground, that could wear out as Steve Allen here. Allen a couple inches taller. Both guys have 4 losses. They are experienced. And again, even though Steve Allen is only 20 years old, he has 6 fights under his belt already. Mike Mason has 7. But again, Allen, he has knockout power. Both of his wins coming by KO. All of his losses have been by submission. So I think it's pretty obvious where he wants to have this fight here tonight. He wants to knock this out. He said he has been working hard on his cardio, his jiu-jitsu as well. He wants to go with the flow of this fight. He wants to push the pace. But he's going to kind of go with the flow here. However, you got to go with your bread and butter. If your bread and butter is knockout power, you want to do that, especially going a guy with very good level BJJ.
Nicknamed the Wild Boy. I couldn't convince him before the fight to come out to Wild Boys. But I like the entrance music nonetheless. Allen comes in with a 3-fight losing streak. He's looking to snap that. And he said a lot of that has to do with his mindset.
Absolutely. I was going to say, his mindset here tonight, he feels like he's in a good place heading into this fight. Again, fighting out of Cambridge, Ohio, about an hour and a half east of here of Columbus. So he has some backers here, but definitely looking forward to this fight here. And for Steve Allen here, wants to push the pace a little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the OFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter with an MMA record of 3 wins with 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighed 184 pounds. Let's hear it for Mike Mason. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Kashido Jiu-Jitsu fighter with an MMA record of 2 wins with 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighed 173.5 pounds. Fighting out of Cambridge Martial Arts, Steve Wild Boy Allen. And when the action begins, your referee is the Dr. Todd Augusta.
Mike Mason in the blue. There's Steve Allen, the wild boy in the black. Todd Augusta, third man in the cage. The cage door is locked, and we're ready for middleweight action.
Very interesting how Steve Allen said he wanted to go with the flow and push the pace here, and he's been working on his cardio, but I would think he wants to end this fight early.
Steve Allen is ripping body shots. Mike Mason came out and landed some real solid leg kicks to Allen, and Allen answered back with several body shots, but now Mason on top. And we'll see if that significant weight advantage comes into play.
Absolutely. You see Mason on top here trying to land some shots, and again, he feels very comfortable up here. Be interesting to see Steve Allen, a stand-up fighter. How does he fight off his back? He's going to feel some adversity here. All his losses have been by submission, so he's, you know, you want to see here, is he trying to make, hopefully he doesn't make, for his sake, make a simple mistake to get, but instead he's going to take some shots here from Mike Mason, just landing some bombs.
Mason has Allen mounted rather, and he's stuck to deep end, and it's all over. Mike Mason making short work of Steve Allen as he gets him by rear naked choke in the first round. Impressive performance for Mason.
Yeah, fast-paced fight here, a short fight, but Mike Mason threw a couple of shots, and that's how he was able to get Steve Allen on the ground. And the ground is Mike Mason's domain as he's able to finish off Steve Allen here. And taking a look at the replay here, here he is landing some shots, softening up Steve Allen, and where he has to think about the submission there, able to sink in a rear naked choke right there and ends the fight here early in round number 1. Very impressive performance from Mike Mason.
It's 3-0 for Grove City BJJ tonight. Impressive performance. We send it inside to Nick Hahn to make this official.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the referee has called a stop to this contest at 59 seconds in the very first round, declaring your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Mike Mason!
I'm here with your winner, Mike Mason. And Mike, very quick submission. Is this how you thought the fight would go down?
I didn't know how the fight was going to go down. I just came out here, played it all by ear.
And once you got him down, you moved into mount. At what point did you decide, I'm going to go for the submission here and not try to grind him out?
He just turned his back and it was there. I just went for it.
That's 3-0 for Grove City BJJ. I saw your guy Avery is still bouncing. He's still bouncing. Anybody out there you'd like to thank?
Yeah, first off, I want to dedicate this fight to my mom. She passed away a couple months ago. So I'm dedicating this fight to her. And I want to thank my teammates and my girlfriend, Dave Freetag, Tim Davis, Caleb Frazier, Avery Ariano. I don't know how to say his name. Tom Scoop, Doug Jones, and everybody from Grove City Jiu-Jitsu. I love you guys.
One more time for your winner, Mike Mason. I'm going to have a word here with Steve Allen. Steve, I know a lot of people came out to see a fight here tonight. What did you expect, and how do you think you did?
Well, I expected a tough fight. Never go in here not expecting a tough fight, and he put up a hell of a fight tonight.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. One more time, put your hands together for Steve Allen.